CNN Scott Jennings and CBS reporting on President Trump's policies getting crime down, inflation down, taxes, drug prices now down at rates we haven't seen in 60 years. That was Michigan Democrat Governor Gretchen Whitmer saying she's getting more done with Trump than Biden. The president is barnstorming for the midterms on all of that. Inflation has been cooling down for 3 of the last 4 reports as oil prices hold steady amid the Iran conflict. Joining us now, we're very happy to have back on the show the very smart and talented Fox News contributor Mary Katharine Ham. Mary Katharine, always great to see you again. What do you make of everything that you just heard? And Governor Whitmer here, what do you think?
Well, I think it's an interesting story to tell, and it's one that the press doesn't always enjoy telling. I mean, it's unalloyed good news that the homicide rate is dropping to this degree, that many violent crime rates are dropping to this degree, that prescription drug prices, which people have been talking about for generations, are dropping. These are huge stories, but they don't get enough play, and it is the responsibility of Republicans to tell those stories. Now, why the crime rate, for instance, is dropping is a complicated story, right? But I think a lot of it, and some of the police chiefs interviewed about this concede a lot of it is just a change in attitude that comes partly from the top and from society demanding it, to say crime is not simply a part of life that we must accept. That was the proposition in 2020 through 2023. It was like, hey, we're going to make all the law-abiding people stay home during the pandemic, and all the non-law-abiding people, they can do whatever they want, and we're not going to chase them, and we're not going to punish them. That didn't work out well. And
right.
Even in places like San Francisco, they have changed their ways to make this go better for normal people. And that is great news. And Trump has been a lot of the push behind that.
Law-abiding people, but now we've got Mary Katharine, Democrats in California and New York. They want new laws to say that if criminals commit crimes out of necessity, they should just go free. The California bill just failed. That is breaking news. The problem is Legal Pros says it's going to be hard to argue what's a crime of necessity in court. And, this New York State representative even said shoplifting for biological needs is okay. Let it happen. Watch this.
The amendments make it clear that this policy only applies to low-level theft crimes, no felonies, and codifies case law. And while we have diversion programs for drugs and mental health, we do not have the same for crimes of necessity led by poverty.
Most of what we saw were crimes of poverty. People who were stealing things like toothpaste, people who were stealing things like, soap. And that means if you're stealing those things, you need them. And we are choosing to protect billion-dollar companies like CVS and Walgreens over the people who are struggling to get by. So I would say that the true crime is that there is such incredible wealth disparity in this city that there are people who can be thrown in jail simply.
We should point out CVS and Walgreens employ thousands of people nationwide. So what do you make of what you just heard?
These are idiotic ideas, and we have tried them in many American cities, and the results have been very bad. If you don't punish people who want to steal the toothpaste, you end up having to lock up the toothpaste, which means what? Again, the law-abiding people are the ones who suffer because they're standing in a CVS along with the employees suffering, waiting for 15 minutes to get each toiletry that they need to go on with their daily lives and be productive. Meanwhile, they're being nitpicked by their government over parking tickets and regulations and their rent prices over and over again, as the criminals can do whatever they want. That's the problem that people recognized from 2020 to 23 and revolted against.
We've seen anywhere from $70 billion to $123 billion in cost for thefts nationwide. And as you pointed out, Mary Katharine, that gets passed on to the consumer in terms of higher prices. That's goods inflation. Mary Katharine Ham, thank you so much.